Hey, what's up? It's John from Stuff That's Good. Thank you guys for checking out the channel, and I specifically want to say thank you so much for the likes, for the subscribes, for the comments on the first 2 videos that I've posted to YouTube. It's been a lot of fun to kind of explore this space and get to know you all and just get to know this whole YouTube platform and how we can join together and share in some awesome experiences. So far, we're talking about HomePods. That's basically what I've been doing, HomePods and records, and that's what we're gonna do again today. We're gonna talk about the HomePod, but because I'm a musician, because I like to think outside the box and want to try things that I don't know if anyone's tried before, or even just things that I'm generally curious about, I'm gonna play my electric guitar through these bad boys. So many of you said in the comments for the first video, hey, you need to get another HomePod, you need to try the stereo pair. So that's what I did. You can see behind me, the king and queen of the Stuff That's Good studio. I'm about to play in reverse stereo so that it's actually true stereo for me because I'm facing away from the speakers. I'm gonna play some music and we're going to evaluate what it sounds like. I'm gonna give you my reaction, my impressions, and then also we're gonna take it a step further and I'm gonna crank my electric guitar through these bad boys. Like, we are gonna get rock and roll feedback through 2 stereo HomePods, and then we're gonna do it again with HomePod Minis. I picked these up. These are HomePod Minis. I got 2 of them. We're gonna play them in stereo. We're gonna do a comparison. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Let's get into it. All right, for my first HomePod video, we listened to Third Eye Blind, we listened to Death Cab. Now, I know that that's gonna give me a copyright restriction, but the reality is I'm not monetizing anything yet, so it doesn't really matter to me. However, I should probably start thinking about that. I know I'm a YouTube newbie and I'm just figuring stuff out. We're doing it together. So today I'm gonna play music that I can't get sued for. It's my own music. It's a project that I'm working on with my buddy Jake. We're gonna be releasing an EP probably over the next month or 2. We're almost done with it. There's gonna be 3 songs on it. One of them is called Charms, and this is kind of a more recent mix of that song. So I know how this song is mixed in detail. I know how it should sound because I created this. So future self, don't sue you for using this song on your YouTube video. Give yourself a break. You're just trying to figure it out. Future you, let us be. Okay, here we go. Super clear. Wow. Sometimes some preamps have like an air setting, which is like a super high top end, like treble boost, basically, all the way at the top end of the spectrum. And these speakers, it's like they have like an air over the top because they're so rich and high end. Really, really clear. The bass sounds great, not too much. Mid-range is good. That sounds amazing. I have some like studio monitors here that I use when I'm mixing, when I'm recording, and it doesn't sound like that. HomePods definitely color the sound. It's not uncolored sound. Like, studio monitors are often, they're trying to be really neutral so that you hear just like the bass sound that's coming out of your DAW, digital audio workstation, like Logic or Pro Tools or whatever. So they're really uncolored, and like a lot of people will say like the more uncolored the better, you know? But then at the same time, like you see crazy studio setups where they have like 5 different sets of stereo pairs of monitors so that they can listen to them on all these different speakers, and you kind of find the average, like between all these different speakers, like how does this sound? Does the average sound good? And if the average sounds good, then the mix is probably good because people are gonna listen to it on a phone, they're gonna listen to it on laptop speakers, they're gonna listen to it on HomePods, they're gonna listen to it in the car. And so the mix needs to sound good in all these different places. So all that being said, the HomePods sound amazing and they sound like HomePods. You know what I mean? It does not sound like studio monitors. I'm starting to get a feel for the crazy high top end, for the low end, the punchy kind of bass response. Really chill mid-range on these things. All right, let's have some fun. I want to play guitar through these things. I want to hear what it sounds like to rock the socks off some HomePods. Let's go. All right, so here's my board. This is what I'm gonna be playing through today. So I just basically have a tuner, a couple of gain pedals, mod pedal, delay up here, and then I have a Universal Audio Ruby right in the center there. That's kind of like it's an amp and a cab simulator for a Vox amp, which is what I have behind me, except it weighs like an ounce compared to an amp. And then we have the Big Sky reverb. So I'm gonna play through this, through my computer, and then airplay it to the HomePod and make some noise. Let's do it. right, so I'm honestly kind of surprised. Like, I thought this was gonna be a big gimmick, and honestly, it is a gimmick, but these things sound pretty dang good. I mean, I'm really surprised. Like, I could sit here and jam. The only problem with this setup, and music nerds out there, I have crazy latency when I'm playing through my AirPlay. Like, there's a lot of latency. So all my edits are kind of like making up for the latency, so it's not like so appalling to look at. But if it wasn't for that, man, this would be killer. Like, I dare another guitar player out there to somehow figure out how to play directly into the HomePods. But I'm just telling you right now, though, these things like surprisingly sound pretty good. Let's see how the HomePod Minis stack up. All right, so just a quick unboxing here. I haven't unboxed one of these minis yet. I only unboxed the big boys. Looks like we're shrink wrapped here, so a little bit cheaper. Slides right open. Nice. Okay, and here's the HomePod. Cable is attached, so that doesn't unclip like the big boys do. Less film everywhere, less experience, but here it is nonetheless. Let's get these bad boys hooked up. All right, so first things first, let's just do a quick sound test and just see how these things sound stacked up against the big boys. Dude, I am really surprised. I mean, the bass is nothing like the full-size HomePod, but these things are clear and they're loud together. Holy cow. They sound smaller. They sound a little bit more like compact and tinny. There's a little bit more like uncomfortable mid-range. They still have that super brilliant high. I hear the lows trying to kind of kick through there, although they're not real full. Not bad. Not bad for these little guys. All right, so I'm a little nervous. I may legitimately destroy these things, so let's just see what happens, but let's get into it. These are way quieter. Oh my gosh, I like can't get the same energy out. All right, so what have we learned? I have learned that an electric guitar sounds actually pretty righteous through a big boy HomePod. I mean, I would say we rocked the socks off the HomePod. If we could figure out the latency issue, like that would be a lot of fun to just screw around with because it was a lot of fun. HomePod Mini, like I couldn't even get the volume up to a level to where I felt like I could even get into it. So, and I did get a little bit of feedback. I got a little bit of rock and roll vibe there, but I couldn't get a whole lot more out of it. Didn't sound very good. I would say if you don't have any HomePods in your house and you want to kind of dip your toe in the HomePod world, that is exactly what the HomePod Mini is for. But if you want to rock your guitar through that thing, if you want to play some music and it sound really, really good, it's not really going to happen with the HomePod Mini. But with the HomePods in stereo, come on, that's where it's at. We have resolved stereo HomePods is where it's at. Now, $600 price tag, that's a lot. There's a lot of options out there for $600 that would be comparable to HomePods, maybe even better. But I would say that, listen, if you're really wanting to get into the HomePod world, I would definitely go stereo. Well, hey, if you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, ring the bell, all the things, share it with your friends. Listen, I want to celebrate music and I want to celebrate tech and I want to celebrate all that stuff together. So let's do it together right now, today, you, me, us together. Have an awesome day.